Worrying, it's something we all do. Whether it's the fear of the unknown, concern about what others think, or anxiety over things we can't control, worrying can become an all-consuming part of our daily lives. But what if there was a way to worry less? The ancient Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, offer powerful techniques that can help us overcome our worries and lead a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Stoicism, a philosophy founded in the early 3rd century BC, is not just a set of abstract ideas. It's a practical guide to living a life of virtue, resilience, and tranquility. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 Stoic strategies that can help you stop worrying. These techniques have been practiced for centuries by some of the greatest minds in history, and they remain just as relevant today. We'll dive into the core Stoic principles, share quotes from the ancient Stoics, and explain how these ideas can be applied to our everyday lives. So, whether you're dealing with stress at work, struggling with personal relationships, or just trying to find a bit more peace in your day-to-day routine, these Stoic strategies will help you take control of your worries and transform them into opportunities for growth. Now, sit back, relax, and let's journey through the wisdom of the Stoics to discover how we can live a life free from the burden of unnecessary worry. Number 1. Focus on what you can control. One of the central ideas in Stoicism is the importance of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. This concept is at the heart of managing worry and anxiety. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who rose from slavery to become one of the most respected thinkers of his time, expressed this idea succinctly when he said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This quote serves as a powerful reminder that our energy is best spent on things within our control rather than fretting over the uncontrollable. Worry often arises from our desire to control outcomes, especially those beyond our influence. We stress over what others think of us, we agonize over the future, and we regret past action. The Stoics teach us that such concerns are not only futile, but also detrimental to our mental well-being. When we focus on things we cannot change, we give them power over our emotions, leading to increased anxiety and stress. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to direct our attention to our own actions and attitudes, things we can control. In practical terms, this principle can transform how we approach challenges in our daily lives. Take, for example, the common scenario of preparing for a big presentation at work. It's natural to worry about how your boss will react or whether your colleagues will be impressed. However, these are factors beyond your control. You can't dictate how others will perceive your presentation. You can control your preparation, your practice, and your mindset. By shifting your focus to what you can control, such as honing your message, rehearsing thoroughly, and maintaining a positive attitude, you reduce your worry and increase your chances of success. This approach is like being the captain of a ship. Imagine you're sailing in the open sea. You can't control the wind or the waves. They represent the external factors in life, like other people's opinions or unforeseen events. But what you can control is how you set your sails and steer your ship. By focusing on these aspects, you navigate through the storm more effectively, guiding your ship toward your desired destination. Similarly in life, by focusing on what you can control, you conserve your energy for meaningful actions rather than wasting it on worries about the uncontrollable. The next time you find yourself overwhelmed by worry, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, it's a cue to let it go. By releasing the need to control the uncontrollable, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and open the door to greater peace and resilience. Number 2. Practice negative visualization. Negative visualization is a powerful Stoic technique designed to help us prepare for life's inevitable challenges and reduce anxiety. At first glance, it may seem counterintuitive to focus on the worst-case scenario, but this strategy can actually build resilience and deepen our appreciation for what we have. The Stoic philosopher Seneca captured this idea perfectly when he said, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." By deliberately envisioning the worst that could happen, we lessen the fear and anxiety associated with potential setbacks. In practice, negative visualization can be applied to many aspects of life. Consider the common worry of losing your job. Instead of allowing this fear to consume you, you could take a few moments to imagine what life would be like if this fear became reality. What steps would you take next? How would you cope with the situation? While it might be challenging, you might realize that losing your job wouldn't be the end of the world. You could start looking for new opportunities, perhaps even in a different field, or use the time to develop new skills. By mentally preparing yourself for this scenario, you diminish the power it holds over you and reduce your fear of it happening. This technique is akin to donning armor before going into battle. By anticipating the potential challenges, you become better equipped to handle them should they arise. Negative visualization not only strengthens your mental resilience, but also enhances your appreciation for the present. When you imagine life without something you currently possess, whether it's your job, your health, or your loved ones, you begin to see how valuable these things truly are. This newfound appreciation often leads to a deeper sense of gratitude, which, in turn, reduces anxiety and worry about the future. Gratitude plays a significant role in alleviating worry. When you focus on what you have rather than what you might lose, your mindset shifts from one of fear to one of thankfulness. This shift is crucial because it helps you live more fully in the present moment rather than being consumed by fears of what could go wrong. Negative visualization, therefore, serves as a reminder that while life is unpredictable, we have the inner strength to cope with whatever comes our way. By practicing negative visualization, you build a mental fortitude that not only prepares you for potential hardships, but also enhances your enjoyment of the present. The next time you find yourself worrying about what might happen, try this technique. You'll likely find that by facing your fears head-on, you can reduce their power over you and live with greater peace and clarity. Number 3. Embrace the present moment. The Stoics were strong proponents of living in the present moment, a concept that is just as relevant today as it was in ancient times. They believed that much of our suffering stems from either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, encapsulated this idea in his Meditations when he wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This wisdom is particularly valuable in our fast-paced modern world, where it's all too easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle and forget to appreciate the here and now. In practical terms, embracing the present moment can be transformative in reducing worry. For example, if you're someone who frequently worries about future events, like an upcoming exam, a work deadline, or your long-term goals, focusing on the present can help you stay grounded. Instead of getting lost in thoughts about what might happen, you can redirect your attention to what you're doing right now. This could involve something as simple as concentrating on your breath, noticing the sounds around you, or fully immersing yourself in the task at hand. Think of it this way. Life is like a river, constantly flowing and ever-changing. You can't step into the same river twice because the water is always moving. Similarly, the present moment is in constant flux. If you spend all your time worrying about what's upstream, the future, or what's downstream, the past, you miss out on the experience of actually being in the river. By focusing on the present, you allow yourself to experience life as it happens, free from the burden of unnecessary worry. Moreover, living in the present moment doesn't just reduce anxiety, it can also improve your decision-making. When you're fully engaged in the here and now, you're more likely to make choices that reflect your true values and needs, rather than reacting out of fear or anxiety. For instance, if you're making a decision while worried about potential outcomes, you might choose an option that feels safer, but isn't necessarily the best for your long-term happiness. On the other hand, when you're present and calm, you can assess your options more clearly and choose the path that aligns with your authentic self. The next time you find yourself overwhelmed by worry, take a moment to pause. Bring your attention back to the present. It might seem simple, but this shift in focus can significantly reduce anxiety and help you live a more fulfilling life. By confining yourself to the present, as Marcus Aurelius advised, you can find peace amidst the chaos of daily life and experience the true richness of each moment. Number 4. accept the impermanence of life. The Stoics believed deeply in the impermanence of all things, a concept that can be incredibly liberating when it comes to managing worry. This idea is encapsulated in the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who said, "It is not things themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about those things." The Stoics understood that everything in life, our successes, our failures, our joys, and our sorrows, is temporary. By accepting this truth, we can release our attachment to outcomes and significantly reduce the anxiety that often accompanies uncertainty. In practical terms, this principle of impermanence can be a powerful tool in everyday life. Consider a situation where you're dealing with a difficult challenge at work. Perhaps you're facing a demanding project, a tough boss, or a high-pressure deadline. It's natural to feel worried about how things will turn out, but it's essential to remember that this situation, like all things, is temporary. Just as the harshness of winter gives way to the renewal of spring, even the most challenging circumstances will eventually pass. This understanding allows you to approach challenges with a calmer, more resilient mindset, knowing that no difficulty is permanent. This perspective is much like the mindset of a surfer. When you're out on the ocean, you can't control the waves. Some might be gentle, while others are more tumultuous. However, you can control how you choose to ride them. Some waves may knock you down, but others will carry you smoothly to shore. By embracing the ebb and flow of life, you can enjoy the ride without becoming overly attached to the highs or disheartened by the lows. Moreover, recognizing the impermanence of all things helps you appreciate the present moment more fully. When you understand that everything is fleeting, you're more likely to savor the good times and face the tough times with grace and patience. This awareness can transform how you experience life, allowing you to find joy in the moment, rather than worrying about what's to come or lamenting what has passed. The next time you find yourself overwhelmed by worry, take a moment to remind yourself of the Stoic principle of impermanence. Tell yourself, "This too shall pass." It's a simple yet profound way to shift your perspective, ease your worries, and navigate life's ups and downs with greater equanimity. By internalizing this mindset, you can find peace in the knowledge that no situation, whether good or bad, lasts forever, and that change is the only true constant in life. Number 5. Take action, don't dwell. The Stoics were deeply committed to the idea of taking action. They believed that while we can't control everything in life, we can control our actions and responses. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and prominent Stoic philosopher, succinctly captured this principle when he wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This quote serves as a powerful reminder that instead of getting trapped in worry, endless deliberation, we should focus on taking positive action. Worry often stems from feeling helpless or overwhelmed, but by taking concrete steps, even small ones, we can regain a sense of control and significantly reduce our anxiety. In practical terms, this Stoic principle encourages us to act rather than overthink. Consider a scenario where you're worried about a potential health issue. Instead of endlessly ruminating about the worst-case scenario, take action. This could involve scheduling a doctor's appointment, researching the condition, or adopting healthier lifestyle habits. Action serves as a powerful antidote to worry because it shifts your focus from what might happen to what you can actually do about the situation. This proactive approach not only alleviates anxiety, but also empowers you to take charge of your circumstance. Think of this approach as akin to planting a garden. You can't control the weather, whether it will rain or shine, whether there will be storms or gentle breezes, but you can prepare the soil, plant the seeds, and water the plants. By concentrating on what you can do, you create the best possible conditions for success, even if the ultimate outcome remains uncertain. Similarly, in life, focusing on what actions you can take allows you to cultivate the right environment for growth and progress, regardless of external factors. Taking action also has a cumulative effect, builds momentum. Once you start taking small steps, you often find that your worries begin to diminish because you're actively addressing the situation rather than passively fretting about it. Each action you take, no matter how minor, moves you closer to resolving your concerns and strengthens your sense of agency. The next time you find yourself trapped in a cycle of worry, ask yourself, what can I do about this right now? Then, take that first step, however small it may be. By doing so, you'll discover that action, even in the face of uncertainty, is a powerful means to reduce worry and propel yourself forward. The Stoics remind us that while we cannot control everything, we can always control our response. And in that response lies our true power. Worry is a common experience that touches everyone, but it doesn't have to dominate our lives. The wisdom of the Stoics provides timeless strategies for managing and ultimately overcoming our anxieties. By focusing on what we can control, practicing negative visualization, embracing the present moment, accepting the impermanence of life, and taking decisive action, we can cultivate a mindset that transforms worry into a tool for growth rather than a source of stress. These principles, rooted in the teachings of ancient Stoics like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, are far more than abstract philosophical ideas. They are practical techniques that can be applied to our everyday lives. For instance, when you're dealing with stress at work, facing personal challenges, or grappling with the uncertainties of the future, these Stoic strategies offer a clear path to navigate through life with greater calm and resilience. The key here is not to aim for the complete elimination of worry. That's neither realistic nor necessary. Instead, the goal is to change your relationship with worry. By adopting these Stoic practices, you can learn to face life's challenges with a clearer mind, a stronger sense of purpose, and a deeper appreciation for the present moment. Worry then becomes less of a burden and more of a prompt that encourages you to take positive action. Focus on what truly matters and let go of the things you cannot control. For example, by focusing on what you can control, you shift your energy away from futile concerns and channel it into productive action. Negative visualization prepares you mentally for potential setbacks, reducing their impact when they occur. Embracing the present moment allows you to fully engage with life as it unfolds, rather than being distracted by past regrets or future fears. Accepting impermanence reminds you that all things, including your worries, are temporary, allowing you to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease. Finally, taking decisive action empowers you to confront challenges head-on, rather than being paralyzed by anxiety. The next time you find yourself ensnared by worry, remember to turn to the Stoic. Let their wisdom be your guide, reminding you that while you may not be able to control everything that happens to you, you can always control how you respond. In that response lies your true power, the power to live a life of tranquility, purpose, and joy. By embracing Stoic principles, you not only manage your worries, but also create a foundation for a more fulfilling and resilient life.